Hi there, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We got a great one for you today. I had quite a few questions recently about mega menus and the different ways you can do them, and there's plenty of them out there. I built one today, got a little button here. When I click on it, we've got a mega menu that pops up, various pages on it. We've also included a few graphical blog posts right here. And of course it's perfectly responsive if I hit my F12 key. Here we have it on the iPad. They can roll up and down, do all the iPad things, click on things. And on, let's say, an iPhone 12. Same thing, they can roll up and down, they can do their thing. They can click on pages. And of course, when you click on it, it's going to take people where they want to go. I think we were on this page right here. Really easy to do, no coding involved in this today at all. We're just going to use the interactions feature and create this on a custom header that we created a few videos ago. So let's get started. To do this today, we created a custom header here. Let's exit out of here and show people where they need to go. I'm just going to save this. Let's exit out. To get here, we'll go down to your dashboard. Once at the dashboard, go down to Divi. We're going to go down to Theme Builder. Now everything I've got here is things we've built in my little Divi 5 video series. You can find the link down below. So I'm going to go into a global header. If you haven't got one, just create one. It's very easy to do. Let's get rid of this whole section, which was my mega menu. And also the button. So all I had really for my menu was a logo with a link to the home page and a menu module. I'm going to hit the little black button to add a new module. And you can use anything you want for this. You can use another link module if you want to. I'm going to use a button. Let it say what you want it to say. Mega menu. Not going to style it up too much. I am going to drop it a little bit in size. So I'm going to go over to design. We're still in the button here. Down to where it says button. Border, let's give it some rounded corners. It's got the chain check, so it'll do all four sides at once. Let's put 30 in there. I just want to take that text down a little bit in size. Down below we've got text here, and you can decorate it however you want. I'm going to take mine down to perhaps 14. And that's all I'm going to do. Now you'll notice I didn't put a link in or anything for this button. All I did was change the size and put in what I wanted it to say. Okay, now we've created the button to pop up our mega menu. Let's create the menu itself. I'm going to add a new section, little blue button right here. I'm going to throw 4 columns in there. I'm going to throw in a little heading module for a heading right there. Now let's call this option 1, or however you want to group yours, obviously. Now before I go any further, I'm going to make my background of my drop-down mega menu dark. So I'm going to go into the blue tab for the section we just created. Background's always under content here. Second tab, we've got a gradient. I'm going to hit add gradient. For the blue that's at the top there, I'm going to make it a dark grey by clicking on the stop. And the green at the bottom there, I'm going to make that one a full black. Obviously, decorate yours how you will. Fantastic. Now let's go back into the little heading module. Sign-wise, I want that text to be light in color. So I'm down at the heading text. Don't want it to be a heading 1. I'm going to have mine perhaps as a heading 3. Default font's fine for me. Weight's fine. Do want a color I can actually see. And I'm going to take it down a little bit in size. Let's take this one down to about 16. Fantastic. Now I'm going to go ahead and copy it. If you have trouble, scroll over to the wireframe view over here. Left click on it. It'll show us at the back end. You can easily copy things this way. And I quite often do this when I'm doing a lot of copy pasting. I'm just duplicating it, pulling one across, duplicating, pulling one across. Let's go into this one. All I'm going to do is change it from under the content, change the text from a 1 to a 2. And this one, change it from 1 to a 3. And this one, change it from 1 to a 4. Fantastic. Okay. Well, if we flip back now, we've got our 4 little titles that I wanted to put in there. Let's add something underneath for a loop. I'm just going to go to the end, add a new module. I'm going to go ahead and use one of their link modules for this. It's popped it in there. I'm going to go ahead and loop this. So we're going to go inside it, make sure we're in there. I'm going to roll down to where it says loop here. We're in the link, we're under the content, loop. Now I've got about 24 pages I want to publish here, so I'm going to put 6 under each. So I'm going to roll down just a little bit. It says posts per page. I'm going to put 6 there. Wherever it says posts, as we're going to be using pages, that does mean pages too. Now it's got posts selected. I'm going to get rid of that. I want pages. Fantastic. I want to put in the specific pages that I want to put in for each of these 6. So it only includes specific posts. Yeah, let's start from the top. And as you select them, they'll disappear from this list up here, so you don't reselect them. Like I say, I only want to put 5 or so in mine. But let's round it up to 6. Now that they're in there, I go back to the content, right up to the top to text, where it says text link, which is the text that you see there. I want it the actual page name. So I'm going to roll over the grey writing, hit the little hamburger icon, post title. As you can see, that's changed to our nice little names there. Let's just apply that. Now, although those are the right names and everything, and I like the blue, I only want to see that blue when I hover over it. So let's just decorate it slightly differently. I'm going to go into my design here. I'm going to go down to the text. I'm going to make it white in color. Then when they hover over it, let's make it blue. To do that, we can go up here to the little screen type icon, left click on hover, and we can change it to whatever color we want. Like I say, I quite like that blue. We'll use that one. Now, as soon as you do a hover effect like that, be sure and go back up, flip this little arrow, hover back to desktop. If not, any edits you make from now on down here will only appear when people hover over it, which is probably not going to work for you. Okay, a little too far apart for me. So that's to do with the actual column that they're sitting in. We're in the link at the moment. If I go back one, takes us into the column they're sitting in. Over in design and layout, it should be set to flex. It is. If we roll down a little bit, we've got horizontal gap there. That's fine. Vertical gap's the one I want to change from 30 to perhaps 15. Obviously do what works for you. That's going to work fine for me. Okay. Little tedious bit now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to wireframe mode. I'm going to copy our link module. I'm going to copy it over next door. I'm going to go into this one. I'm going to go into the content and the loop. I'm going to delete all these. I'm going to put in my next 6 pages by just clicking on them. We finished at home last time, so it would be pricing projects. Now, to save you watching me do this, I'm going to just pause and get it done quickly. Okay, well, I've done that. Saved us a bit of time. And it's got all my various pages in. If you want to add more, you can keep adding. I'm just going to add another row, single column in it. For this particular one, I just use an image module. And under content, I added a call to action to it. Under elements, content elements, add element. Here's a call to action. Now it's popped them on top of each other. I'm going to roll back into the image. It'll be in the image layout because we've added it to the image. So over in design, in the layout, instead of it going up and down, I actually want it to go left and right. So let's just click on that one. That's going to work for me. Fantastic. So let's go back up to the content now. For the image, I'm going to loop it. So we're under content. Let's go down to loop. Same as we did for our link up there. It's looped it 10 times. I do want posts this time. And let's just choose a category. My supercars, perhaps. Fantastic. Now if I go back up to the top to where it says image here, under content, go roll over. Little hamburger type icon again. Going to click on it. Loop the featured image of the particular post. Fantastic. Then we want to be on the call to action, which under the elements is where we added it. So we'll find it right here. For the call to action text, I want the title. So again, a little hamburger icon. Loop post title. Fantastic. It's got it as you can see there. If you want an excerpt, all my posts have an excerpt. We can pull from that. Or if you don't want anything there, just delete this. If we pull in the excerpt, slightly different amounts on each. That's quite a nice little effect. I quite like it. I'm going to add a button also to it. Let's apply. Before the button's going to turn up, you need to put a button in the link. We're just down below the text where we were just now. And link. Button link again. I'm going to hit the hamburger icon and loop link. So it'll go to the appropriate post. I really want that to say something perhaps different. So back up in the text here, let's say more info, my go-to button text at the moment. And we've got that all there. Now I'd like to have these touching here. So remember the call to actions inside the image. If we go back now to the image by going back one here, in the design and layout, this time we can adjust the horizontal gap. Let's take it away by putting a 0 in there. Perfect. Great. We've got our mega menu. There's plenty of stuff there. They've got posts, they've got pages. How are we going to make it work? Well, the first thing I want to do is give this thing an identity. So I'm going to go into the section that we built it in, the blue tab up here. Under content, right at the bottom, we'll find meta. Divi 4 users. This used to be called the admin label. And let's call it mega section. Whatever you want to call yours is fine. It's just something to identify it with in a moment when we add the interaction. Great. We can close that up now. Now I'm going to hide this whole thing while we're in the section. I'm going to go to advanced here. I'm going to go down to visibility, disable desktop. It's grayed it out to let us know that it's going to be hidden on this particular device. In fact, all devices. We only want to see it when we click on this button. So we're going to go back into the button that we put up here. Still in the advanced of the button, we've got interactions down here. Add an interaction. Well, when they click on this button, I want it to toggle the visibility of what? Our little section here. We gave that the name of mega section. As you can see, really easy to find it because we've given it that name. It gives you the whole tree of the page here. So we'll grab that one. Don't want any delay. Want it to pop up as soon as they click on it. Now let's save this and see what we've got. In fact, you won't see much difference because it's exactly the same as the one I had here. Just refresh this page. Here's our mega menu button. When I click on it, it's got our mega menu. We can scroll. Fantastic. Click on it again, it's going to disappear. And of course, if I hit my F12 key here we have it on iPhone 12. They can roll down, they can scroll, they can do whatever they want. Our little posts here, little trick. I'll just show you quickly. I just click on the image module. Remember, it's grayed out, it doesn't matter, it's still there. We're in the image. Over in the design, if we go down to tablet version now, yeah, it's starting to go a bit funny because of different sizes of text. So I'm going to flip it back vertically. So we're in the image, we're in the design, the layout. Remember, we went from left to right. If we flip it back this way, now when we get to phone view, it'll be doing the same thing and it'll look a lot better. And for the phone view, we can take that vertical gap away. And we'll do the same actually on tablet view there. Save our changes. Now if I quickly refresh this, we've got them on top of each other again. Perfect. And of course, when we click on one of these, it's going to take us to that particular page. Like I say, I think this was the one we were on. Perfect. So there's a really easy way of adding a large mega menu that's going to scroll on all devices. Nice little interactive feature to have on your site. Really easy to do with the new interactions feature that Divi's got built into it. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions either about Divi 4 or Divi 5, pop them down below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you. We'll make a little demo video just like this one. So once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.